Hello everyone, welcome back to the AEL High School World of Rocket League. My name is Super CK with the one and only Max Formal. How are you feeling?
Yeah, we're doing all right. You know, I was a little sick last week, but we're here and I'm excited again. Keen to see, a little bit of a taste of what these high school players have for us on what is also, funnily enough, the final day of, or final weekend of RLCS here in OCE. So, I don't know, it's going to be a good day for Rocket League.
Absolutely, and I do hope that you recover very fast. In the meantime, talking about, our beloved things, first we have to give a massive shout out to our sponsors, and that is AGON by AOC, the #1 gaming monitor in the world. AGON by AOC provide best-in-class monitor solutions for gaming and all other needs. And then right after, we do have Indomie, the noodle partner made with high-quality flour and selected ingredients and spices. A plate of Indomie mee goreng will certainly brighten up your day. Try any one of the flavors available today from your local grocer or at indomie.com.au.
Also, the AEL, in partnership with the Australian government, is promoting our You've Got No Game When You Vape campaign. Do you know the harms and risks of vaping? For more information, head to health.gov.au/vaping. If you'd like to help to quit, check out the My Quit app. Check out the My Quit Buddy app. It tracks your progress and helps you stay motivated. Or call Quit Line 137848 and talk to a professional counselor for free and confidential advice about quitting.
Excellent. Yeah, those are the sponsors that we love, and of course, we have to always give a massive shout out to for making this competition an absolute success. In the meantime, bring us back into the gaming world. We do have a match between LCRLA and King's College in a best of 5. So it's going to be spicy. I don't have too much of a context over here, but I have been promised it's going to be a banger of a match.
I don't know who promised you that, but I'd like to believe them as well. Yeah, I'm keen to get into it. Again, normally we start with Div 2, not the case today. We're going straight to a Div 1 match, which are usually a little bit faster, but at the same time, a little less scoring, hopefully a little bit more even. I'm excited to get into this. Again, I can't say I'm too familiar with many of the players' names coming into this one. I like the name Ducky, though. It reminds me of some past players, so we'll see how they perform.
Yeah, absolutely. Like, what a beautiful name. I have to say, Rocket League players have some of the best names to be going through, and there's also going to be a demo to our favorite name player, Ducky, and there is going to be the save as well.
Yeah, we're just going to move right past that kickoff. That was not what I was expecting to start this one, but that's okay. Yeah, early pressure already coming from the orange side in King's College. I'll be curious to see what the play looks like, now that we've gone past the first minute without any real quick goals, without any demos. Both teams are going to be able to settle themselves, I think, a little bit quicker than if we had seen something really, really crazy. Although, yeah, I'm not seeing anything, outlandishly terrible just yet. Both teams playing very deep rotations. Bit of a miss on the backboard right there. Almost sets up a goal. Defense is able to recover. Swing and a miss from Ducky as well. It's not a perfect start. There's definitely some unforced errors. First goal goes to LC.
Hey, and that's gonna be, I'm just gonna call him Ace. That's a Ace Ali Hadar. That is just a lot of demos, a lot of rough plays, and I think both sides is just trying to feel each other out. I feel like the side of RLA, they just say, let's not think too much. Just try to get as much position as possible and just purely press the attack because our opponents is not warmed up just like us, and we might just get that early little bit of play.
Yeah, I mean, that entire goal was set up from a miss in the midfield, unfortunately, by the King's College side. That one is just a 50 going near perfectly. Really well done from Thackeray, and we're tied once again.
Yeah, I like this. Look at that. Jumps up into the middle and just taps it slightly. You can see Ace sort of there in the position, but it's just not enough distance. In the meantime, it's a tie game, only 1 minute down. It's already going to be a nice pace. I like it so far. Obviously, both sides still has yet to show us everything that they've got in the tank. But here comes the attack.
I have to ask, do you prefer a high-scoring game or a low-scoring game? Which is more your speed?
Actually, I like high scores. Like every time I mean, I like low speed here and there, but like it's just not as much goals to be excitable about. Although the kind of skill cap can be super high, but I enjoy goals, just one after another.
See, I'm the opposite. I like my low scoring game. I like the touches that matter. I mean, we'll see how this one plays out.
Yeah.
I at first I thought we could be a lower scoring game just because of the deep rotations. Usually when like teams are keeping players that far back, they're it will tend to a lower scored game. You have more space to make your defensive touches. It's a little bit harder to kind of break through, but it's also harder to score at the same time. It kind of works out that way. I don't know, 2 goals in the first minute has me a little bit concerned, especially when that first one was because of an unforced error. This is a good setup, though. Finds the backboard. No one really wanted to take the strike. I mean, the rest of the members of LCRLA were rotating back. That's kind of what I mean. This actually, despite the 2 quick goals, might be a lower scoring series.
Yeah, I think they are getting themselves back into that action. Then they're all going to be scrambling madly, right? It's not like the maddest scramble that we usually see from Division 3 or sometimes that 2. It's just that they are trying to be respectful to each other. And while I do like that, very high score goal things, if I see lots of skills, I'm entertained. It doesn't have to go any other way. It's just show me what you got. And that's what makes it exciting.
I mean, so far, it's been a lot of back and forth. That second touch, though, was a little special. That's Thackeray, again, the one who got the 50 for the last goal, if I am not mistaken. So, King's College, very, very well done. 2-1 lead. A bit more control in this opening game. 2 minutes is a lot of time left, though. I wouldn't be surprised if LCRLA finds another one.
Yeah, absolutely. There's still plenty of time to be playing. Oh, hang on a second. Oh, wow. Ducky was reading that one from textbook play. It felt like it was baseball for a second. He was just fully looking at it. Thackeray gets taken down in the demo. But here comes Ducky. He does have backup. Looking for it. And they're not going to be able to get it. Thackeray, meanwhile, is going to be committing as well. So here comes the counter from LC. They might be looking to just wait a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, they don't have that much time left to wait. 100 seconds left. We'll see what they do as Wraithels tries to get the redirect. Not quite able to find what they wanted. I'm seeing... from a mechanical standpoint, I'm definitely seeing unforced errors being brought upon by trying to do a little too much at times. And I kind of get that. That is, the first game jitters. That's, trying to warm up. And especially because, again, it's not just the first game in this series, but it's probably the first game some of these players may have played. Keep your eyes on Wraith Hills, though. If they start kind of hitting some of those mechanics that they're trying to show off right now, I think they might have something special in play, but unfortunately for this first game, it could be too little too late.
This is one of those times where you gotta start putting something in. Meek is gonna be able to get a touch, but once again, Snake is gonna quickly get this one through. There is gonna be a 1-2 by Wraith Hills onto the side. Good defense does come around, but the pressure is still mounting on the side of LC. And Ducky from long downtown, not gonna be able to get anything for it. And they might just gonna have to do everything for these last 3 seconds.
A little bit frustrated with Ducky right there, sitting on boost and just sitting underneath the ball with 2 teammates behind. I mean, look, in that position, go for the bump, go for the demo, be proactive. Don't wait for the ball to come to you. I actually think that's another mistake as well. Ducky, not the strongest showing, unfortunately. Back-to-back sort of misplays right there. Granted, that pass was near perfect. And we're looking at a tie game with 20 seconds left.
Oh, no, that's not what you want to be seeing. King's College. I guess, yeah. As you said, the first game jitters does come through. Ducky's going to quickly just go for the kickoff here. Doesn't really have anything else to be showing for. But there is going to be the slide play. Looking at the pressure. Looking at the pass. Wraith Hills. Final 10 seconds going in. I think we might just go to OT.
Hold on, though. There could be a chance for the team in orange. They are on the attack through the corner, looking to set up. Nope, not there. Unfortunately, they pushed a little bit too far in front of the pace of the ball. That's going to lead to our first game in overtime as well. Again, yeah, this series is starting to deliver as you were promised, apparently.
Yeah, let's go. That's what I want to see. I don't want to see like a 17-0 wash. I want to see a closer... Actually, no, I just want to see an action game. Like, plenty of action, makes me happy any single day. And we're going to firstly get one with OT. Whoa! Nice little bit of defense coming through from LC.
Oh, that unforced error, though, really did just cost the orange side a lot of their attacking pressure. Here comes the LC right now. Meek Monday drops it down in front of net, not quite. Again, it's another case, more so I've noticed on the blue side. They go for these really difficult low percentage plays because they have the confidence to pull them off, but they haven't successfully converted them yet. It's why I feel like as the series progresses, the blue side might grow stronger and stronger, where I haven't seen the same from the team in orange. Not yet, at least. We'll see as things progress. Again, another tough angle shot, this time from Meek. They're going for these really difficult plays, and it's just not working out.
If there's a choice on the mindset between having only difficult things or nothing at all, I'm with the blue side all the way. But here we go! Thackeray! Put the third one next to his name, and that is gonna be their first round versus King's College 3-2.
Yeah, Ducky gets a little bit of redemption as well. The air dribble drawing out two of the defenders, leaving a 1v1 situation against the lone defender with no boost. Yeah, all Thackeray had to do was keep that one in the sky. They do so successfully. Well done to the two of them. Well done to King's College. They take a very tight game number one. Again, I'm looking at the shot count between the two at the end of this, 10-11. Very evenly matched opening game. Get comfortable, people, because this one has high potential of going 5.
Yeah, like, you know, just strap yourself in. It's a nice, beautiful day today out in Sydney. You know, we've been getting tons of rain lately, but it's finally sunny. We're able to do some laundry, and now we can finally relax to some awesome games. So between LCRLA and King's College, give us some more action.
Also, thanks for reminding me. I got to get some laundry done as well while I can. That could be a in-between game situation. We might load something up, but for now, we got to get ready to go. Game number 2. First game did go to King's College in overtime. This kickoff, though, looks to be going to LA's way. Not quite. Can't put it in. Ace is going to be a little bit disappointed with that. Second attempt also goes wide.
You can see LC just quickly unleashing whatever they have in the tank. They say, no more funny business. We want those goals now, and we want to show you exactly what we got. Look at the way they are playing. They are... Oh, my God. That would have been spectacular, but it just goes into the bumper instantly. And as they are piling on this pressure, I can appreciate just how well they're playing.
Yeah, I mean, again, they're playing fast. They're going for difficult plays. Now we're seeing the demos come out, which is really good to see. They just haven't been able to convert them yet, and that's what has me concerned. It's weird because if you were to ask me which team I think is going to win this series, I'm taking the blue side, but I also think it's going to go to 5. I think they just needed that extra time to warm up to get, you know, more involved. That was a good pass down. Meek was there, so they get one on the board. I wouldn't be surprised if they even take this game, maybe even game 3, drop game 4, and then win game 5. I'm going all the way. That's how this series goes.
Yeah, you're absolutely right when it comes to that kind of assessment, but I gotta be careful because there is the snake on the side. Like, look at that. They barely missed the ball in the beginning. Gets punished into this corner, and then there was nothing they could do about it. Like, when it comes down to LC, they're just very skillful, very fast, very determined team, right? So they don't care about, like, you know, having a simple goal. But the thing is, those kind of little mistakes did cost them the first game. King's College remains consistent, although they don't play as fast. You know, this is one of those situations where they say, sometimes slow might just be able to get you some more.
Yeah, I mean, that's just too much pressure in front of the net right there. The triple commit really spelt the downfall of that play for LC. Ace did a good job in finding the second touch, yes, but you can't be committing 3 on the first shot. It's always going to end poorly for you. Well done again for King's College. The more disciplined team gets rewarded in that instance.
Yep, and that is exactly what it is. You know, you gotta consider the team synergy. You might be very skilled individually, all of you, and you know what's going on. But right now, the links, the percentages, and all the willpower minus that little bit of a flop is coming through for King's College, and they are staying very firm in their standpoint. They remain and wait. If they are going to be able to punish, they will. But that shot, that was crazy angle.
Yeah, nearly went in as well. And the best thing about shots like that is even if the defense touches, there's a good chance they're going to own goal, let alone ball going in. But another situation, unfortunately, for this blue side where the play looks good, but they can't finish. They don't get the point. They're still down by 1. A lot of time left in game number 2. I will worry about my prediction, though, if they can't bring this one back. This does feel must-win for the blue side right now, as we do see Ducky with the deep clear.
Yeah, like dropping the first game, I guess that's okay. But right after that, you do want to pick up the second one, as there is going to be another demo coming through. AOC, they have opportunities. They have this kind of play. It's just that when you're a little bit unlucky when it comes down to the angles and nothing goes your way, you might be feeling the pressure a little bit more if you're going to be down 2 games. And in the meantime, 2 minutes and a half left. Still plenty of time to be playing around with, but damn, from above, it is beautiful.
As we see Thackeray, again, throwing it down. Another goal as well, I think, for the orange side would also kind of ruin this game. We'll see how it plays out through the corner. Could be a chance. Easy clear for Ducky. So we come to the sidewall. Meek makes the first touch. Ducky doesn't like their chances challenging off the wall. It was a tough angle. All what they could have done is center it. So they have to keep it on the corridor through in action. Now it's a swing and a miss from Ducky. It's a swing and miss from everybody, really. Ace wants the second touch, doesn't find it.
Yeah, not too much boost left onto the tank. Can't really, but hang on a second. Thackeray is going to be here. There's going to be another demo. He gets taken down. Although LC is getting very aggressive, piling on the pressure, the rest of King's College, they are holding through, and now finally they clear the ball into the blue side. Although running out of boost and missing the ball, I guess that spills a little bit of an end, and it's going to be challenged as well. That is just some really good, awesome defense. Observations coming from King's College is paying dividends.
Yeah, I mean, I thought actually Meek had a real chance right there. I wasn't expecting the defender to match them. For the most part, this game has been played a lot more on the ground. So whenever we see a bit of an aerial, I actually a little bit surprised again. Post not in, follow-up touches not found. Meek losing out on the 50, and Thackeray will be able to bail out this orange side from the danger. How many near misses can one series give us right now? I'm starting to feel really bad for the blue side. LC, they're just struggling.
Yeah, you know that meme is like, how many bumpers? LC says yes. That's what's happening right now. Definitely not having a great time, and they are going to be going for the aerial challenges as well. Thackeray into the side does give a little bit of a retreat order to the rest of King's College. They realize that if they fend off just a little bit more, LC is going to be in a bad place, and of course, when it comes down to mentality, it's going to be devolving to desperation to the third map. Now, obviously, LC definitely can bring this one back, but they have to do it immediately.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see how this one goes. Game's not over yet, and you have to remember it was 20 seconds left on the clock when we saw the equalizer last game. Would love to see something similar right now, more so for LC's sake, but King's College, I mean, they're looking to put the dagger on right here. Ducky posts it. It was a good attempt. Thackeray, oh no, that could be a pass, a bump, sets up Ace, who doesn't have the boost. They go off the ball, 5 seconds remaining. Keep your eyes on Ray, who cuts a teammate off too far forward. It's now super panic time. Ducky plays keep away. Ray has to keep it up and alive. Ace doesn't have boost to follow it up. Ducky should just let it fall. And they do. Thackeray puts it up. He could have put it down. That was nearly a mistake. Finally, the ball does hit the ground, though, and King's College goes up 2 in this series.
Oh, that was a little bit crazy coming through into this King's College versus LCRLA. I feel sorry for LCRLA. Like, it's not like they're doing something too difficult, too overwhelmingly. It's just that the goal is not going in. Like, the ball refuses. It's like, hey, look, there's the goal. You do an awesome shot. It's a great play. Nah, you're not going to score right now. And 2 games down in this best of 5, it's going to start to pile on pressure. I'm going to be interested to see what's going to be the adjustment, or maybe there's just no adjustment and they keep on trying to break that wall into it. But King's College definitely up on that advantage.
Yeah, I see. The thing is, I don't really think it's their play style that's holding them back. They've just had a couple unlucky bounces, a couple shots that probably go in more often than not fall their way. Normally in situations where it's 2-0, I'm thinking, okay, yeah, this one's done. And I do acknowledge how tough of an ask it would be for LC to come back in this. I'm thinking they have a good chance. I mean, that last game to me, they looked like the better team. So I don't know. It's a tough one to call. Obviously, when you're down in this situation, any mistakes just feel 10 times worse than maybe what they necessarily are. But if LC can keep their composure, they can come back in this one. They just need that first game to go their way. Obviously, they have no other choice. So very important game 3. I'm not counting LC out. In fact, I kind of like their chances to pull the reverse sweep.
Yeah, definitely. When it comes down to raw mechanical skills and just the way, how dangerously, like, who they've been playing, like, I'm a fan, right? But obviously, score does count. and we do need to see a different kind of a adjustment come through. Like, not in terms of when it comes down to changing their core style, but more towards just getting the ball in. Like, you know when you're the mega fan and you know your team can do well, but nothing is happening, and just like, come on, how hard is this be? Just use those skills and put it in, you know? That's what's happening.
I think, because you do a lot of CS, right? I think the more apt comparison in this one is LC has had the better positioning. They've been getting to point first, and then they've been clicking on the shoulder instead of the head. Like, and then just losing the duel as a result. Like, that's been the thing. Case in point right here. I like that pass to the middle. They're a little bit behind it, unfortunately, though, and Raytails is just able to tap one through. Yeah, I mean, that was good for them. That was a good play. They were the faster team right there, so I need more of that. They need to click on more heads.
Yep, I mean, like, if it comes down to the raw aims and stuff, if we're going to compare it to CS, like, we've definitely seen some upsets this season. It's been crazy, but hang on a second. No more boost left, and Ducky was here for the defense. It's going to be good. And right now, we want to see some more action from Raytheos and with Ace, because they were able to show that they have that capability as well. It's just that currently, it doesn't feel like they fully adjusted, or like maybe they're sitting in an uncomfortable position. I'm going to blame it on that. You're sitting wrongly. Correct your posture. Posture check right now. Get yourself back in and lock in, because we want to go to game number 5.
Yeah, I mean, again, right now, things are looking good. LC, they got that opening goal. Double demo should open up something here. Good job from Thackeray, actually. Lone defender makes a save and gets the clear. Oh, teammates don't connect underneath, and I'm not sure I like the pass in that situation. Again, I'm now starting to see a lot of the mistakes that we're seeing LC make. Pass plays like that kind of make me think it's going the other way. You're only down by 1. You don't need to overthink things if you're Kings.
Yeah, it's a little bit of a rough sketch over here, and good demo to shut out the offense. At the same time, no more boost left. I don't think Thackeray realized just how much he was left with, and that speed definitely did not carry to win the aerial. In the meantime, Ace and Meek here going for the touch is going to be put away by Ducky, but the pressure remains. Maybe just going to threaten a little bit. Thackeray is going to be able to knock it away. But the thing is, right now, King's College, they are collecting the boost. They are going to be here to try it, but there is going to be a miss. Snake onto the side, still desperate to contend, but it's going to be taken out.
Ducky, unfortunately, that pass was just a little bit too high, a little bit too powerful, a little bit too difficult for the team to collect around, as Thackeray's going to draw 2 defenders into the corner. Centering touch would be ideal from Kings, but they don't find it. Instead, Ray Phils plays keep away. 100 seconds left, 1 goal lead. LC, they haven't made, well, the unforced errors that they did before. Since they've had the lead, they've actually been playing very conservatively. And I don't hate that. I wouldn't mind if they had another goal, but considering so many of their goals in the past games have been kind of off the counter, I understand why they're playing so defensively right now, and I think it will work out for them.
Yep. You know, when you don't want to dance with the devil, that could be one of the reasons. You know, don't overly commit to your luck. And right now, King's College, they haven't really got the most possession of this game. Just felt like LC has been running away with it. They say, we take possession, we keep on the offense, and then right after, we go and collect the resources and just keep on contending. Has been able to play a very much needed keep away game as of now. But King's College, here comes a little bit of action. They do need it, although that little bit of a slow flop from Thackeray shaved off some seconds here that they might have wanted to invest into the attack instead.
I mean, I don't think he was doing that to kill time. Either way, that's still going to lead to a 2-0 lead. Play through the corner, does find, another goal for LC in this one. That's going to ice game number 3 for sure. I'm looking ahead to game number 4 right now. King's College, they're going to be a little bit confused as to what happened. 2 games go their way. Game number 3, they only have 1 shot on target. It's been the turnaround I was expecting after the game number 1.
Yep, this should have been game number 2, but, you know, once again, hang on a second, solo delivery, just beating out everyone, could have been good for the start of King's College, but now with 20 seconds left onto the clock, things are looking just a little bit too grim for them. Not much more to be said. We are going to go to game number 4, and LCILA, they have gotten their groove back. They are ready. I mean, this is the competition that we're looking for, and it looks pretty damn good.
Well, I mean, it's good, definitely for the blue side. LC, This was the most one-sided game we've had so far in this series. It's going to be tough for me to overlook only one shot on target with 30 seconds remaining, and I'm not sure they got another one in those final 30 seconds either. Yeah, okay, they did. They got a couple. So Kings finishes with 3, but still, 1 in the first 4.5 minutes is not going to win you a game in Division 1. It just won't. So well done to LC. I'm not saying that's a knock on Kings either. That was just LC controlling the middle of the pitch. They were playing a little bit more defensively. They were playing a bit further back, but it allowed them to challenge and win pretty much every challenge in the middle of the field as a result. They were able to do that because they got that early goal lead. So it definitely puts more emphasis on the first goal for Kings College. I don't think they can afford to play another game like that. They need to have the lead to force the over-aggressive play from LC, to force the overcompensation from the blue side. That's what I'm going to be looking for in game number 4. Hopefully Kings can get that first goal for their sake.
Oh, when it comes down to it, let's see what's going to happen. Oh, hang on a second. Ace just bits it out, recognizing it. That kickoff was a little bit of a disaster. Look at that. A slight tap from Snake, and Ace says, hang on a second. I realize this angle, and give it to me.
I mean, I don't think that was a bad pass. Thackeray just missed. Thackeray got to that ball first, and an unforced error leads to an open net shot, and that's how you give up the lead. And as I was saying before, that's the one thing I feel like, unfortunately, Kings College could ill afford to do. LC just looks so much more comfortable when they're playing with this lead. They get it in the first 10 seconds. Game 4 could be a repeat of Game 3.
We'll see if that's going to be true. Kings College definitely needs to wake up. All these kind of free goals come through. Definitely doesn't feel good, but at the same time, you feel LCLA. Put that one away. Get some of that frustration out.
It's amazing what confidence can do. First 2 games watching LC, they're getting opportunities, they're posting it, they're whiffing it, unforced errors, losing games. But they get 1 goal, which turns into 1 game, and all of a sudden, the team looks so revitalized. They're not making the mistakes, they're playing smart, they're pretty much winning every single 50 that comes their way. This is why I was saying the reverse sweep felt very, very possible, and why I said LC looks like the stronger team. They're now showing it in games 3 and 4 a lot more. A great turnaround. I'm happy they were able to find that confidence. They just need to keep it through, well, another 9 minutes, and I think they take this series.
Oh, I guess we will eventually lock that score in after the conclusion of game number 4. Don't want to be going all doom and gloom just yet. Kings College might still be able to just readjust themselves. They have been playing very disciplined. It's just that when they do miss, in that moments of rare miss, they get punished completely. And gotta be careful when it comes down to that as Ducky gets demoed out.
Yeah, no one able to hit the ball really. Meek, though, might be able to get to the backboard on this one. Good job from Ducky, actually, to protect the backboard. Arguably Ducky's best touch of the series, actually. That was quite impressive, but unfortunately for the team in orange, the attacking pressure is still there. Boost on Ducky, has to challenge here, but okay. Meek was expecting something, hesitated, and allowed Ducky to get the clear. A little bit tricky from Kings. Can they turn it into a shot? Not quite. In fact, Meek's just going to put it right back the other way.
Oh no! They all committed. They all wanted it. You can see Kings College really wanted to commit to that one, but Meek from the side defense and says hello to that corner. It is beautiful. It is what LCRLA is so confident about. And with the aim now being completely true, I'm starting to feel just a little bit worried for Kings College.
Like, I don't want to say I called it at the end of game 2, but like this is, it's what I expected after watching those first couple games. Unfortunately for Kings, they don't really match in pace. They don't really match in mechanics. What their strength has been was the consistency. But since we've seen LC get their confidence back, they've been kind of disrupting the consistency with more aggressive 50s, more aggressive challenges, a little bit further and further up the pitch each time. And that little bit of unbalance has caused a couple unforced errors and has caused, you know, the series to kind of balloon heavily in favor of the LC side. Going and looking ahead towards game 5, obviously there's still half a game here in game 4, but I'm thinking it's a game 5 angle. I'm going to go back to that first goal situation, the first goal scenario. I think this game looks very different if, you know, LC doesn't have a lead in the first 5 seconds of play. It's just Kings can't afford to make that mistake, and we'll see what happens then.
Imagine that. Imagine the possibilities. It's like get denied, and then a reverse goal. Kings College gets that first. might just put LC back into the game 1 kind of status mentality. But in the meantime, you know, you probably did call it. And this, in fact, is going to be a very big Game 5 angle. Ducky here for the attack with Thackeray inbound. You can just see it. The amount of touches back and forth is going to favor LC. And they're happy to be constantly pressuring. Now that confidence is sky high. You know, you can see just how much of dangerous stuff that they were willing to go to. And it's back with that confidence saying, I'm 100% sure that I can win this out. I'm pretty sure that, you know, this is going to work out for me and I don't have to be feeling anything else. I'm going to be preparing myself for the next game. And King's College sort of stun lock in the moment.
Yeah, it's been rough for them, unfortunately. There's nothing really seeming to go in their favor. Nice little deep clear there, but with demos in the middle of the field, it's a riskier attack now. They don't want to commit too much. 1 minute left. Still haven't seen that goal come from Kings. It's been a while since they've scored only 2 shots in the first 4 minutes, which is, I guess, 1 more than last time at this stage. But yeah, unfortunately, LC arrived. It took them a couple games. They have arrived. It's going to be game 5. And hey, anything can happen in that game 5. Scoreline resets, right? And Destiny, once again, in your hands if you want to get romantic with the language. But I don't know, man. I don't know. It does not feel good for the team in orange.
Yeah, seize control. Yeah, oh my god, look at that. Looking for the rebounds, the second touch. Does not get it, but here comes Meek. And Meek is gonna roll it in. It is the nail in the coffin. I mean, the nail has already been firmly, like, you know, stuck through. But this is another one. Just to ensure that it happens, that's locked in. Nothing's gonna come out. And so, you know, LCILA, they are here to play. They're here to compete. They are going to push to a game number 5. And I tell you what, King's College need to immediately pick something back up, do something else, change something, or maybe just get super aggressive without, you know, overly being aggressive. I don't even know what's happening, but I really want King's College to get themselves another goal.
I mean, it would be nice. The best way to summarize what's happening, though, is everything. LC just is controlling the game is the best way of putting it. They're just the faster team right now. They're creating more opportunities for themselves. You can see it in the shot count, 10 shots to 2. Both those shots for King's College came off of like a defensive clear and then the first touch after that. And then immediately they were forced back on that defensive side. They just haven't been able to keep up pace-wise. And it's not something that like, oh yes, let's get more aggressive. Let's play further up the pitch. That's not going to solve the issue as much as just, unfortunately, having a better read of 50s, having a better control of where the ball goes after bouncing it off an opponent and making sure you're going to be the next team there. Dare I say this is turning into an experience issue. And like everything is telling me, LC has the experience to put this one away. As soon as they found that confidence again, as soon as they found their mojo, they've been rolling. So game number 5, pressure's on. Let's see if Kings can bring it back.
Yeah, keep it rolling. It just reminds me of, okay, could have been a little bit dangerous in the beginning, but LC immediately explodes into action. Once this one done and dusted, this is the final game. This is already game number 5, I gotta say. You know, this was pretty cool. Like, where we had King's College taking the first 2 games, making LC sort of doubt themselves. You know, and then LC coming back, finding their mojo and ready to attack every single time is making this into a much more, I guess, broader perspective kind of a game where it's experience versus solidarity with the team. There is going to be a quick demo. Both sides missing the ball from aerial, but you can see Meek Monday is here to play. He wants to get those touches, denies the resource gain as well. And at the same time, Ace is going to knock it up really high into the sky. Oh, could have been dangerous, but King's College not around to really capitalize.
I mean, they tried to be. You saw Snake take the shot. Unfortunately, they were a little bit too slow. Another opportunity, but Ducky losing out on that 50 as well. I like a lot of what I'm seeing from Kings in terms of, like, they're actually doing a good job creating more chances for themselves. They're getting to the ball a little bit faster, but it just hasn't been fast enough. The good news for them, they didn't give up the first goal in 5 seconds, right? We're still playing on even footing. And, well, for LC, they look a lot better with the lead. They now just got that lead, so Kings, we'll see how they look once LC now can play a little bit more passive.
Yeah, that is so unfortunate as well. LC just took advantage of that, played it super fast. And at the same time, you know, you're not wrong. King's College, when it came down to it, they really definitely like stepped up the pace. They started playing a lot more faster. They were pretty cool. Oh, that's what I'm talking about. Pull one back in, King's College. Find yourselves, you know, find that power that's been sleeping dormant and just park it in. Bang. We are now even Stevens.
That play shouldn't have worked. I'm going to leave it at that. And I think LC kind of knows why that play shouldn't have worked. Really, really cheeky from Ducky to keep pushing forward on no boost in that situation. Hey, it worked out in that place. And they get another as well. I like this goal a little bit more. 2-1 lead. Kings, hello, they're back.
Finally. It felt like they were just playing a little bit too, like, observant onto this third and the fourth game. And finally, they are going to be up with 1 goal. This is something that we haven't seen for a while. And King's College, and I think they have heard everything that we've been talking about. They're going to get more proactive, and they are going to go for a little bit of risky things here and there. And just being a little bit cheeky, it works out, and I'm happy about it.
Yeah, I mean, it was just a really great pass. And now, well, they're going to have to play a little bit of defense as well. Ace too far back to challenge straight away. Is going to have to play this one from their own corner. Watch where they put the ball. They keep it solo. They get past 2. Here comes Ducky. 50. Oh, bit too much power than Ace was expecting. So we go back corner again. Meek doesn't get the second touch, but that's okay. Ace is there. And now once again, LC sets themselves up. Here comes Ray off the backboard. Third attacker coming from the opposite side. Meek, no power on that shot. Not going to work out. Still half a game to go.
Oh, hang on a second. That one is going to be great for Raytheos. I'm just having a look at this. Like, it's just a mad scramble. Raytheos is going to quickly stop. He has the boost. Ducky had nothing left. And so he gets a nice corner shot. He ties this one up. I think what quickly became a sort of a competition between the more experienced and the more steady disciplined now has become just a mad scramble to quickly see who's going to be able to score as much in the face of that presence. And right now, King's College is their turn.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see what Kings can find. Again, I don't know. Watching the two teams when they attack really kind of tells... I feel the difference in between these two sides. When I watch, off the top crossbar, I thought that was going in. When I watch Kings attack, they definitely still play a lot more spaced out. They're definitely allowing their opponents a bit more time to react to plays. One of the bigger differences that they've had this game is they've been a bit more willing to use their boost a little bit earlier and maybe be a little bit quicker. But in my eyes, it still doesn't look like enough for me. That you had that one good pass goal, you had sort of the missed rotation goal on the other side for Kings. But when you look at the 2 goals coming from LC, it's been a lot more as a result of an extended play, just wheedling the defense down, burning their resources, stealing their resources. Good 50, good 50, good 50. That was an odd double commit, though. That could prove very costly. Diving save from Wraith Hills. Oh, that was a game 1 mistake from LC. You don't want to see that.
Oh, LC recognized it. They say, no, that's not going to happen. But in the meantime, we're tied up. There's still 70 seconds left onto the clock. I mean, if you score 1, you're going to be looking pretty good for your team. And you're going to be feeling that confidence. Meanwhile, both sides, they are looking to try to beat it out. And a little bit of a play from Thackeray here is going to eventually lose it back out. But still, Ducky onto the side. The contest from Ray Thiels. Thackeray onto the side. A little bit of a miss and touch here. Oh, Thackeray.
Yeah, Thackeray puts it up, but not quite in. I am noticing the third 3 whiffs in a row from Meek, who arguably became kind of their big playmaker in the past couple games. Might not matter.
Oh.
Shots on Snake pops it up. Still in danger, though. Ray loses the 50. Ducky gets a big one, creates space, but here comes Meek, now with possession. Not making mistakes this time. Backward, set up, Ace, not there.
Hang on. Oh my god, look at this defensive coming through from King's College. They're all wanting it. They say, give me the action. Oh my god, so close. Ducky gets completely demoed out. Here comes the final play. And there is going to be a defense from King's College. They're saying, you don't get a quick reversal. We are going to completely contest. And it might just look like we're going to go to OT once again. Once the ball drops. If it drops. Hang on.
There's a chance here. Double commit, that's going to cost it. Here we go, overtime. Oh boy, golden goal, game 5. This is what a series is supposed to be about. I know Kings is going to be a little bit frustrated. They kind of saved their own shot before, and Ray should put it away. That's the series. LCRLA take it in game 5.
Oh my god, look at that. Raytheos from top, working up from ace, and bang! It's an unbelievable comeback story. Like, we've talked about how well both sides played. LCILA definitely the more skilled and the more faster played in this one. And King's College put up such a beautiful play, right? They had so many advantages in the beginning, but it was all the way to the end to LCILA. Drove it to game number 5, into the second OT, and finally putting a closer into this first match. Like, come on, this is a banger for me.
I mean, it was a fun one for sure. Kind of poetic that we start and finish with the 2-2 overtime, but I mean, look, I think the right team did win that one out. Kings had their chance. Final seconds of game 5, they had the net open. Ducky pushed the shot on and it got saved by his own teammate. I don't know what else to say besides that. Unfortunate way to lose. It happens. Got head down, move forward. I'm pretty sure they're playing another series today, but we still have 2 more.
That's right, we do. So don't go anywhere as we cut into a quick BRB. And welcome back to the AEL High School Rocket League. My name is Emperor ZK with the one and only Max Formal. We have ourselves a second game. How do you feel about that?
Look, I'm nervous. I'm bad at, feigning the excitement. If I'm nervous about a series, I'm nervous about a series. And whenever I hear, oh, by the way, 2v3 upcoming, I'm nervous. I'm nervous for the team of two, especially in Division 2 now, where things could be a little bit crazier. However, I mean, we have seen, people pop off in Div 2 before in the 2v3. So who knows? Maybe this one will surprise, but yeah, this is going to be a spicy one. Oh, it's actually a 2v2. Hold on. Hot off the press. It's a 2v2, not a 2v3. I like that a little bit more.
That could be the alternative. I wouldn't mind some 2v2 at this second. So if it's confirmed 2v2, like, it's fair. Like I believe it was last week we had a 2v3 and the 2-1. But in the meantime, right? If it's gonna be a 2v2 and we start right now, I'm gonna be excited. Show us some, different kind of things. I mean, we don't get to see too much 2v2s at this second. I mean, personally, I haven't, but I would like to see it.
You'll like it. I think you'll like it. 2v2s usually are a lot higher scoring. There's usually a lot more space. I'm also seeing 3 players jumping on the CVAS side, so I'm starting to question the referee who told us that this was a 2v2. I have been misled. That is okay. Here we go. 2v3. Sorry to ruin your excitement.
Oh, never mind. Well, let me see some high score anyway. Like, I want to see, just one side to completely come out. 7-0 out of the wood block. Division 2 could be a lot of fun, but see us go firm control. This is a goal!
And that's the team of 3 getting the first point. Minov able to find it, just driving it straight. Not a lot of power on that first flick, but because they stayed behind the ball, it didn't really matter. Winds up getting the first point. 1-0, 17 seconds in.
What else do we have to say? Like, both is just going to be remaining firm and strong. Never mind. They both stood in front saying, all right, let's quickly just, beat up the first one and defend. And then right after that, we move. But unfortunately, Sivas Gold had the second player to commit. Nothing you can say about that one.
2 goals in under 30 seconds. This is what made me nervous about this series, Emperor. This is not the start that the team of 2 necessarily needed, as we watch more pressure being put on initially. Not too much. Naruto. Okay, I'm gonna be honest. I'm watching Naruto right now.
Yeah.
They're not collecting boost. They're driving in circles. They haven't hit the ball. I think this is a situation where this is somebody who has picked up this game to play this semester for the first time and giving it a go. I really appreciate that. But it means Space Brander is going to have to do a lot of work.
Oh, when you first started talking about I'm watching Naruto right now, I actually got the impression that he's gonna damn it, but you just started the anime Naruto. And hey.
No comments on that one. I have watched the show, or I've tried to.
What? You don't like it?
Well, not for me. Not for me.
Oh,
not for me.
Oh, no way, man. That's unbelievable.
I gave it a real try too. This wasn't like, I watched 1 or 2 episodes and put it aside. No, I watched a good chunk, and what's the name? Sai? Yeah, that character was the worst, and when he showed up and was just insufferable.
Yeah, Shippuden. Sai wasn't my favorite character as well. I was sort of like,
But that's just it. I didn't like any of the main characters.
What?
Like, all the side characters were interesting, but the main characters sucked. Naruto sucked.
What?
Sucked. Sasuke
What?
was okay.
Oh.
But no.
No, not like this. I mean, I can
absolutely like this.
I can give it to you with the Sakura judgment, but like when it comes down to Naruto, oh dude, I'm a little bit taken back right now, Max. I thought you were a cool guy. All of a sudden you say you're a Naruto hater. Yeah. Well, actually, while this is going through, and we're speculating, what will be your top anime?
Ooh, probably Cowboy Bebop. I know it's a safe answer, but like, it's a respectable one. Okay. It's just good. Shot. Oh no! Oh, Brock Todd. It was open. It was free, but alas, it was not meant to be. It's going to be still 2:13 to go. Yeah, like, I'm just not into shipping him.
Oh, hang on a second. Menno! Menno says, I don't like Shippuden either.
Sorry, Shonen.
You don't like Shonen? Oh, no Shonen Jump. Wow. No. Okay.
Because I find all Shonen protagonists, I don't find the I'm an idiot but strong trope endearing. I find it annoying. So, like, characters like Naruto, Goku...
Oh! No way! You cannot say that that's a Goku, man. You cannot do that to me. No. I'll give it to you with Naruto, and that's, like, begrudgingly. But if you start, cursing out Goku, dude... No. That's not happening right now.
I did. Show would be better if it was centered around Vegeta.
Oh. Wait a second. If you... well, yeah, all right. I can give you that some points on that. I'll give you some points. Not a lot of points,
like,
but...
I'm not knocking Dragon Ball. I just don't like Goku. There's a difference there. Anyways, yeah, 4-0. This game's kind of gone to the wayside. Look, it's a 3v2, all right? CVAS is doing the three things. And, again, I'm not saying this to throw shade, but with Naruto just starting their journey, okay, this is day 1 of training, it's not looking very good for the blue side.
Yeah, I mean, there is pretty much zero steam right here. They might have had just one opportunity to put something in. But, essentially this is almost like 1v3. Where Naruto is just, having a vibe, trying to bump around, and maybe understanding what the game is all about. And in his first competitive season, like, he's going to take away a lot, like, after this game, right? This is...
I hope.
Definitely a lot. But in the meantime, Sivas Gold... They realize what's happening. They don't really have to do all too much. They just have to beat it out of space. And that's pretty much it. That's going to guarantee them something around the field and then eventually convert into a goal. Like that.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just too much attacking pressure in this situation. I mean, space facing the wrong way exposes half of the backboard. You don't even need a powerful touch when that's the situation. Just enough to get it to the next attacker. And... yeah, Space Mandar, they're doing their best. I do feel for them a little bit. I like their car design. It reminds me of like those old American popsicles, but I don't know, man. We'll see. Space Mandar now puts it up to themselves. Okay, fakes out one, but can't fake out another. That was the best chance Naruto had to get a goal on, and now they're stuck in the back of the net.
Yep. I haven't really learned the Kagebushi right there, so Combo Ender gets one for himself. It's just quite an easy one right here. There's not much that you can do in this situation. Space was sort of around the area, but he doesn't know how to, like, which way he was going to supposedly defend. And this is where you need your two other teammates to sort of, like, reassure you just in case you do miss that little bit of a contest. And in the meantime, Sivas Gold, no doubt in my mind that they're going to be the ultimate winner in this best of 5. It's just that, I tell you what, if SLCC gets just one goal, I'm going to consider that a game for them. Just one goal, because it's essentially a 1-on-3.
Well, they might get one here, 7-0. I mean, fate says we must have one Brazil every broadcast, so I kind of like their chances in these final 9 seconds. We'll see. It will be a tough ask to pull off, though, if they can find it. Last chance for a point in this game, dare I say, for our blue side. Kickoff goes not their way as Space Bandar takes it to their own backboard. They're not going to be giving the Brazil for free. In fact, the ball stays on the ground. That's game 1 going to Sivas.
That's a rather tough one to be watching here. Sivas definitely going to be winning this one, like, undoubtedly enough, unless SLCC is going to have another player or even 2 players joining in at this stage. I think just 1 will be enough, because we haven't really seen Sivas Gold do anything else really special that's, like, worth highlighting. It's not like they're doing the full aerial dive-ins. It just felt like they're playing the normal game. And I guess this is just one way to say, all right, we're here to, like, have a vibe as well. And if the score is a little bit big, it's fine. But in the meantime, it's hard to gauge at what Sivas Gold's full potential is supposed to be.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see how this one plays out, as I don't think the players are aware they could just jump in. You can keep going, guys. If you're listening on, they probably aren't. Yeah, they can just keep going. There they go. All right, good on you, Combo Ender, leading the charge All right, game number 2 in this best of 5. If things continue the way they are, I imagine we're going to be doing a deeper dive into anime, which is your favorite, by the way.
Mine? Well, look, the first one that started them all was Dragon Ball, like the OG Dragon Ball, which I actually enjoy quite a lot more. Like, whoa, hang on. Rock on the top. Beautiful. I think it was just a slow bounce. Yep. And there's nothing else that you can do. Space was around, does see it, but taps it in as well because it's too late. But yeah, going back into it, it was started with Dragon Ball OG, which I thoroughly enjoyed. And then the series really ended for me after the Majin Buu series, which I thought was pretty good as well. It was a little bit drawn out. And then after that, it was Techno Man. Techno Man was unbelievably good. He opened 1-1 to all the mecha action, and it was some crazy storyline.
I can't say I'm familiar with that one, so there you go. I'm not a big anime person. I like dude. Okay. All my anime takes I think are gonna be like on the more normie side of things. Like I like Miyazaki films.
Okay.
Cowboy Bebop. I love the music from Gurren Lagann and My Hero Academia, but like
oh, okay.
Not the biggest on the shows. Again, I like the music. Same thing can be said for Attack on Titan. I like the music. Good goal from Brock Todd. Just able to drive it straight through. Attack on Titan lost me after the 5th episode, though.
Oh.
Aaron should have stayed dead.
I tell you what, if you're not a fan of Attack on Titans, there is an anime that actually predecesses Attack on Titans' main story genre, and I think you might like it a little bit better than me. I mean, actually, this is my favorite anime of all time, right? Like, I only say this, you might like it a little bit better than me, is because you don't like Naruto or any of the shonens. So, if you have not seen it, Code Geass, you gotta go watch that.
Oh yeah, I've seen it.
That's my number 1.
That was good. Now, I actually did enjoy Code Geass. I did enjoy that one a lot.
Right?
So, there you go.
There you go. You like me? We can be friends again. We can be friends. I was like, man, I don't want to know this guy anymore. He doesn't like Goku. I mean, which can be fair, but you can't like say to me, you don't like Naruto, you don't like Dragon Ball, you know, and that's a little bit too much for me.
Hold on. Saitama, isn't that the One Punch Man one?
Oh yeah, Saitama. Yeah, One Punch Man.
Yeah, no, I'm going with him because he's not an idiot. See, I just don't like the idiot trope. That's all.
Saitama. Okay.
Yeah, Saitama's great because he's smart. I don't know. I don't. And plus, that entire anime is a parody. Anyways, combo ender straight down the middle. Good touch front. Unfortunately, only one is going to be found. 3-0 lead.
Well, in the moment, I guess Space, he's going to be finding a ton of plays here to, you know, work on everything from defense to observation to just, you know, getting a little bit more skills here and there. It's a rough one for their side. Naruto hasn't really found the vibe to like back him up as well. You can see him making an attempt, but every single time he's just playing chasing the ball, and then he gets bumped around. It makes it a really tough ask for him. And look, he is there. He's around, except he has no boost to muck around with here. Space trying to offload the ball back in, but combo ender plays with this, goes around. There's too much backup. Not enough defenders, and the room is just completely closed out. At Space, he's going to get a good clear, but he's still just one man out of this.
Yeah, and the one man can only do so much. Here we go. Oh, it's interesting to me, though, that I'm seeing actually the orange side running a dedicated goalkeeper. It's not going to matter. Fourth goal will go in. As soon as Space Bandar makes a commit and doesn't find the ball, it's always going to be a point against them, and you can see Bandar, yeah, just in an awkward spot. Unfortunate 4-0 lead. Dude, there's a big anime I was forgetting though. And now it's probably gonna fall back onto the hate me side of things.
Go
on. One Piece I like, but again, I can't stand Luffy.
Oh my god. I think we're going back to the no friends again.
Exactly.
How?
That's a hot. Because okay, he's not as bad as Cody, but like again, it's the trope. I just don't like the idiot trope. It just bothers me. And I've heard he gets better the deeper you get.
Yes, like massively better.
Yeah, and I'm keen to see where that goes, but it's I'm a long way.
Actually, what arc are you at? That I need to know.
I forget the name of the arc. The Alabasta.
Okay. All right, we gotta go. Let's go. SOCC Space Bandar. Let's go. Takes advantage. I go.
There There you go.
They win the second game. They win the second game. In my books.
All right, sure. I don't know how official your books are, unfortunately, but yeah, they got one in.
They got one in.
So there you go.
I mean, they're gonna get Brazil pretty much as well, but like, you know, at this second, I'm pretty happy with the result. Like Space Bender, he was playing pretty much 1-on-3 at this stage. Getting a goal in here should feel pretty damn good. And, you know, it's a little bit of a confidence to himself. Like, you know, maybe next year or next season, you'll be like, all right, oh, hang on. Whoa, could have been more. Like, you know, you'd be like, I need more players, coach. Give me students to play with.
Yeah, we'll see what they can find as Minov won't get there in time. Ball, middle of the field, combo ender, again playing dedicated goalkeep. And Space actually has a chance. Oh, see that ball got behind the dedicated goalkeep. And again, I always make my opinion known. Dedicated goalkeepers never work. I think we're going to Brazil.
Yeah.
I think the ticket's been booked. We're going to be in Brazil soon.
Yep, no doubt. No doubt is Brazil angle instantly. And going back, you know, Luffy, Alabasta is a very good arc. And even now, it's still going to be pretty good. But I tell you what, let's bring in one more anime, and this one decides it, you know. Would you consider Full Metal Alchemist a good one?
I haven't seen it, but everyone who has told me it's great.
There's no idiot trouble in this one. It's a great anime. It's very little bit of a foolish play. But you have to watch the real season, right? Because the first one, they sort of went off the tangent and it became a parallel story. Because the manga wasn't finished back then. And then the author actually, you know, everyone was disappointed. It's like, what the hell is this? You know, this is not the Full Metal Alchemist that we were promised. So after episode 20, everything just went off the rails. But now, you know, obviously...
So the Game of Thrones did.
Yeah, so they... Oh, no, Brazil! Hey! Hey, come on. Space Bender, you got another one from me, man. That was sick.
Yeah, I just found the gap, was able to pursue it straight down the corridor, puts it in. Very nicely done, 2-6. It's kind of fitting right now that the player with the Ferrari logo, when all hope is lost, finds a couple of small wins, but at the end of the day, he's probably not going to change much. I saw Charles Leclerc get, you know, first place in practice, all right? Similar deal right now. Probably not going to change much, though. Here we go, 25 seconds left in game number 2.
Yeah, this is pretty much fate completely sealed away. But I will say, you know, Space Bender, you're going to lose this one, but at least he's going to be feeling pretty good for himself. Like, you know, this man, he didn't just score 1, he scored 2. And he was able to play around quite well against Sivas Gold. And I mean, Sivas Gold probably taking it nice and easy as well. They're just vibing. But if you are playing with a man deficit and able to get a goal in, not just 1, but 2, I think that's pretty... You'll take that as a win. That's a massive confidence boost.
Yeah, it'd be nice to get a couple points in, I think. At the end of the day, though, got it, you know... Call the duck. SLCC's chances at the reverse sweep. It's not like our last series where I was calling it at the end of game 2. This one, I'm calling it the other way. I still think Steve S is probably going to take game number 3. I'm feeling pretty confident on that unless crazy things happen. So we'll see how it plays out. But yeah, I don't know, man. It's a tough one. 2v3s are always tough, especially, again, when you're kind of probably playing, and I would imagine trying to coach a new player in as well. Who is there? They are. I was a little bit worried there that they weren't joining in for the third game, but they make it just at the last possible moment.
Yeah, no, definitely play it. Even if you lose, it's not too bad. Like, you know, if Naruto is listening or goes back to the vaulting here, there will be plenty of areas that Space Bender will be able to teach him about. And I think it's a good time to also just, you know, try your best. Give it a little bit, study it, and then after you get taught how to play, it gets even better. You know, the game just completely explores a new path for you. You just be like, oh, I never knew gaming could be so fun, or Rocket League could be so fun. There's just so much things that I didn't know about. I thought it was just a simple, you know, car and a ball and a soccer game. You know, now is, oh, there are your skills.
All right, here we go, Space Bandar. Light touch, back more towards the middle. I'm going to drop 2 more animes that now that I'm like looking back and thinking about it, 2 more animes that actually, you know, got me good.
Go on.
Agritsuko.
Agritsuko? I don't think I've seen that one.
Okay. It's a slice of life one by the same people who do Hello Kitty.
Okay.
And Digimon Tamers, the 3rd season.
Oh,
like
well,
specifically the third season of Digimon Tamers.
Oh,
That one gets wild.
Digimon's an automatic win.
Yeah. And look, the first two are full of puns. Like the first couple seasons are full of puns and everything. That was a good 50. Doesn't quite go in, but that third season, particularly the final 12 episodes, goes so off the rails into like borderline horror. It's fantastic. Anyways, here we are though. Game still tied. Might I add? This is the best look we have seen coming from our team in blue so far. SLCC might have something here. Shots on. If they get another touch, defenders bump each other. Post not in. Naruto's too far forward, and Brock clears it out.
Imagine if they're up a goal in the beginning. That would just be spectacular from SLCC. And I guess Space Bender just says, you know what? Enough. It is time for me to show you exactly what I've got. And he's been very active, just competing against Sivas Gold players. Like every single time, no boost, no worries. Let me try to get something, get some resources. Here's a primetime opportunity. He's here for the bump, but you know, he's just by himself. 1-on-3 trying to drive it in. Naruto misses there. And you know, as all things comes into pressure, here comes a little bit of a touch. Oh, hang on, combo ender. That's not what you wanted to see. Menov though is going to be passing it into space, and I guess Space is happy to be playing it, looking to get a little bit of firm control. In the meantime, though, no boost means no more play.
Yeah, we'll see what Space Bandar can do. Puts it up over the top of the defender. That's a 1-0 lead. Hold on. SLCC out in front. They got the first goal.
Come on, man. Space Bandar. You need to train your team. You need to train the new generation. Go and compete with more games. I mean, like whoever banned you today, yeah, they owe you a I don't know, a sandwich or like maybe a meat pie from the school cafeteria, something like that. In the meantime, you're doing God's work.
Yeah, that was a big goal, and we'll see. As at the moment, Space has to kind of rotate back right now. This is going to be a tough play to defend. They go to the corner. Attackers should be there, but they're not. And the passive play is what's killing me right now from the CVAS side. Like, they should be a bit more aggressive. They should be not allowing any free touches for Space Bandar, but that's not been the case so far in this game. I don't know why the passive play all of a sudden. It's definitely doing more harm than good.
Yeah, I'm a little bit perplexed by it as well. Meanwhile, Space Bender, he's going to be having fun. He says, well, if you guys are going to be sitting on passive, I will start attacking. And that's just going to be a beautiful thing. And there it is. Brock on the side says, that's enough. Give me the ball. Let me get something done. And yeah, it is beautiful.
Yeah, I mean, powerful shot, 130. Did kind of come off Space Bandar, but like, I don't know. End result's still the same. Nicely done. Tie ball game, 1-1. Still a minute 23 to go.
Yep. And okay, Space Bender was there for the defense. I was gonna say, oh, hang on a second. But in the meantime, it's a even Stevens game. It's something that SLCC can be proud of. Well, I should just say Space Bender should be proud of. You know, doing quite well into it, but that's gonna be closed out 2-1. Sivas Gold finally waking up.
I'm gonna how do I put this? All right, if people go back to watch this VOD, this is. I'm going to give one tip for Naruto moving forward. It's just something I've noticed because I've kind of just been focusing on their play a little bit more. You need to learn how to play the game on ball cam. You cannot continuously play the ball with the camera behind your car. Whenever there's any verticality, you're going to lose control of where the ball is, or whenever the ball's not on your screen, you're kind of going to lose out where it is. The only time when you should be on follow cam is when you're collecting boost. And it should be to line yourself up, and then you should be kind of back on ball cam. So if you want to start, you know, getting better at the game faster, learning how to play with ball cam will do you a lot of wonders.
Yeah, absolutely. Naruto, at least, you know, he makes it count. There's a demo coming through. He is getting aggressive, but yeah, there's no way to defend this. That is just going to be Brock puts it back in again. 2 goals lead, pretty much going to be done and dusted. Sivas Gold is going to be able to win this 2v3 quite comfortably. And in the meantime, you know, picking up some wonderful vibes on a Saturday. Like, if you just go in and you say, we're going to win, and it's going to be that kind of a game, yeah, you got to be feeling quite good.
Yeah, and well, and look, it is what it is. Space Pandar had a chance to get, one more goal, maybe make for an interesting kickoff. Doesn't find it. Ball coming back the other way. Post and in for 1. We are done.
Mm-hmm. There it is. There it is. And yeah, look, there's nothing you can do about it. I wouldn't feel too overly bad for SLCC. Naruto's pretty much a brand new player. Spacebender, a very experienced player. But albeit going 1-3, it's a rough one. In the meantime, Siva's gold. It's a great booster mentality where you don't have to be too overly exhausted or spent because you do or might have extra games to be played after. They are going to take this series 3-0, and it's pretty good. They have been very happy with this kind of performance, and it's going to be a GG's.
Yeah, GG's, CVAS, well done. They get their win. They advance on. Well, everyone advances on, really. We're still in the group stages. But, I mean, it's really tough to break that one down. It was always going to be a tough ask for Spaceman, Space Brock, but is what it is. Gave it their best shot, came up short, and we'll see where they go from here. But we still have one more series for us.
Damn right we do. So don't go anywhere as we quickly go into a BRB. And welcome back, everybody, to the AEL High School Rocket League. My name is Empress CK, once again with Max Full, and now we have ourselves a Divisional 1 game. How do you feel about that one?
I mean, look, we finally get a school that I recognize, all right? Queensland finally representing. Faith Falcons coming in to go up against LCMRT. Look, I'm obviously going to be as impartial as possible, but do love some Div 1, do love some Queensland hype. Faith is a team I'm very curious on how they perform, and I'm keen to get this one underway.
Yep, absolutely. And of course, I do see you, Space Bender, on the Twitch chat. If you did have another teammate, definitely could have done a little bit more, and I guess might just be a different kind of a storyline. In the meantime,
I gotta see what he said in Twitch chat. Was it something good?
No, he said, "Nah, if only I had one more teammate, I could have won." It's a fair enough thing, you know. Like, look, at this stage, because it was pretty much 1-on-3 and the Riddles on the side tagging. If there was one more, maybe we could have had a dedicated, like, you know, just a defender. I would have agreed here and there, but at the same time, we also need to see the full result to get that like game through. But in the meantime, we got ourselves a brand new game ready to go. I think our players are just going to get ready. It's going to be very, very soon.
Yeah, I'm hoping we kick this one off sooner than later. I am keen to see how this will play out. Obviously, Div 1 is, you know, a lot faster paced, usually a little bit lower scoring. Hopefully another close matchup. Or again, if you missed the first game of the day, that one did go all 5. So I'm hoping for something that's similar to that to finish off our early afternoon. But I'm just ready to kick this one off. Like I'm curious what we're waiting on right now.
You know what we should be waiting on is just all right. So we are still just waiting for one more. But remember last week we did have someone, like, you know, playing a different game before. But it's gonna be fine. Won't be talking too much about it. Space Bender, thank you very much, and we'll see you until the next one. In the meantime, we are almost ready. I think it's just, when it comes down to this Division 1, I'm more focused on the technical skills. I'm more focused on how well they play as a team. You know, what's going to be their, you know, the strategy, what's going to be the way that they centralize when it comes down to just to control the possession. Most of the time that I do see Division 1, it's either very straightforward, they wait, they, you know, punish any mistakes really quickly, and when they do go for a goal, it's beautiful. I hardly see a Division 1 game where it's sort of like not in that context.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I'm kind of hoping for, you know, something a little similar to that as well. I'm keen to get this one underway, and it seems like players might be a little bit keen as well. As I'm trying to do a little bit of research to see if these teams actually played against each other before in the Swiss stage as well. I do believe that they have not. So this is their first time playing against each other on the season. Both these teams are each 4-1 as well. So this is actually going to be a pretty evenly matched game on paper, but I'm also seeing it's a 2v3.
Yep. I remember this team from MRT now. Silence Bow and Mr. Ruckus definitely plays really well. I can't remember if they were the 2v3 as well. But representing LCMRT is Silence Bow, and they are going to be able to defend and do quite well into the attack. Mr. Ruckus on the side as well, on the side of Faith Falcons. You have AJ Star, you have Amamir, and you have, I guess that's just going to be Yev. I'm going to call you Y for now.
Yeah, fair enough. I mean, I could call them, it's just a barcode for me. I don't even get the name, but that's something. We'll see how this one plays out, though. Yeah, I think this, you know, unlike our last 2v3, I think this one does have potential to be perhaps a little bit of a closer matchup. I mean, again, this team at 2, I don't know if they've been in 2 in all their games, but they have 4 wins, 1 loss on the round stages. They also went 4-1 in Swiss. Net is open, but the Faith can't convert it.
Yeah, it's a little bit awkward right there where both players committed into the angle, but right here, Silence Bow ready for the recommit. Nice defense, and there is going to be a Mir missing it, but at the same time, it's going to be backed up by Y. And as they are going to try to get that possession through, you can see the collection. They don't really care too much coming from the side of MRT. The Faith Falcons, they're ready to just fully committing to this. They are going to keep up their defenses as of now. So MRT is going to try to maybe find a touch, but the defense is going to be fine.
Yeah, it's actually a really good defensive touch. Nearly gets the counter back the other way. Barcode keeps it on the top post. Defense makes it safe, but this should be an open net. Oh, wanted to pass to a teammate instead of taking the shot. Faith gets a little bit too tricky with it. I think they could have put that one in. Surprised they didn't, so game remains tied 0-all.
Yeah, that should have been a goal right there, but yeah, overplayed their hands. It's fine, you know, you're a little bit excited. It's like, 3v2 in this state of things. Yeah, give me some extra goals. In the meantime, though, MRT, I remember, I think it was 2v3 in one of the games that we did cast, and they were able to win it as well. So definitely a little bit more different into the normal games that we were expecting from this final game of the day. But I just kind of wish it was still the 3v3 state.
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, again, 0-all though. Even though it's a 2v3, there's definitely still very much a chance for this team in blue if they can get that one touch, that one good moment. Mr. Ruckus over the top. Silenced Bo, though, went to the opposite corner. The middle of the net is open, but the Barcode, they go for boost. They take their time. I'm just not sensing the urgency from the Faith Falcons to take advantage of the numbers game, which they have. That was a beautiful touch from Barcode, though, so it is going to be a 1-0 lead.
Yeah, right here, Barcode onto the side, gets a little bit of a touch, and right here, not much to do, especially since the ball has already been starting to go pretty much 90% in. And so, Faith Falcons, 3v2, first one up into it. There is going to be the touch in the beginning. The kickoff is going to be favoring the Faith Falcons. They are here to deny a little bit of resource. Mr. Ruckus might not be in a good position to be defending. So, here comes Barcode.
Yeah, it's going to be a nice goal to get their second and 2-0 lead in a 3v2. I'm liking Faith's chances now in game number 1. They're starting to connect on their passes across that middle. I mean, look, we saw this a little bit with the Division 2 team, but we're seeing it a lot more with the Div 1 team. Faith Falcons, they do like the team play. They like to pass. They like to work as a more cohesive unit. And even sometimes when going solo might benefit them. Kickoff goal goes the other way. We're not done yet.
Yep. MRT, definitely not out of this one. Silence Bow onto the side, recognizes the opening, and this is Division 1 players, you know, they recognize the mistake, they recognize what's going to be happening, and instantly they're going to be putting one in. And so, it's still anyone's game. Obviously, there's a massive disadvantage on the side of LC, but still, you know, they recognize it. They have been taking firm possession in this game as well. It's not like they've been on the defense that whole time, it's just that when they have the opportunity, they instantly go for it, and over here, nice defense.
Yeah, Silence Bo just saved this game with that touch. Now they're going to throw it back up the other way. Barcode actually kind of throws off I'm the mirror. Doesn't look like he'll be punishing this time around. Ruckus, dangerous touch, but it's a double commit. Into the corner we go. Swing and a miss from Silence Bo. Ball does not fall down for a shot just yet. The Barcode looks to draw some pressure towards themselves, but can't go too much further with it.
Yeah, right here, you can see Faith Falcons just happy to be sticking the pressure onto their side. They don't really have to overly commit. Says, all right, well, every time that you guys do play, I do worry that, you know, every time they do flop it up into the area and then they, you know, not able to really receive it down into the end. This is a Division 1, you know, MRT players, they've been pretty good. They've been pretty solid when it comes down to the foundation level, where the basics are not to be underestimated. But right now, it might just be too much for them.
Yeah, it is. It's
oh,
struggling a little bit. Oh, that was close. There's a real chance right here to equalize, although it looks like AJ Star is going to push this one more away to safety. The Barcode keeps it up in the sky. In fact, they're going all the way to the other end. That's going to do it for game number 1. Faith Falcons finish it off with a nice dribble across the field.
Man, it is beautiful. Like, yes, 100%. There was no way LCMRT was going to be able to do anything, but, you know, Faith Falcons recognizing it does show, you know, they have control, they have firm little bit of a core control. And my number 1 question to the LCMRT team is, where's your guy? Where's your third? You know, come on, this is a great game. I can see the skills, I can see the levels from everyone. I just want it to be close. If we're going to be playing to this, we might not be getting that chance. That opportunity might just not be given to us.
I mean, yeah, especially when against a team like Faith that likes to kind of play with their numbers. Again, I was liking the pass plays. I was liking the setups. It's kind of strange though that 2 of the 3 goals actually finished without assists as a result. But you're still able to see what Faith is trying to do. And I feel like if they find more and more success with these pass plays, it's going to be more and more difficult for LCMRT to realistically come back in this one. We'll see what the next game looks like. I do feel if Faith gets this game, it's probably going to be series. I haven't seen enough yet from the blue side that tells me, yeah, they can pull off a reverse sweep.
Can we not have something like in the realm of normal here? Come on, guys. It's just a beautiful Saturday. I know there's a little bit of sun outside and there might be commitments, but still, this is a good game. This is a good little match here that I would have loved to keep on going. Silence Bow, that attempt was crazy, and I love everything that he had with it. Mr. Ruckus is going to also contest. Buys a lot of time for Silence Bow, but the thing is, there's no resources left until now for Silence Bow, so could cost him.
It could, but oh, it nearly does. No, 2 posts in a row. I don't think AJ Star gets there in time. That was so unfortunate for Faith. They should be up by 1. Again, we'll see how much they get punished. They actually might right here. Barcode throws it straight to Silence Bow, who just couldn't quite get around it for the shot.
Gotta be careful here. Although you're able to get away with a slow plays are not going to be tolerated. And of course, Silence Bow definitely has been very alive with these kind of plays. Has control, has firm little bit of recognition. Look at that. BCL 2 players looking for the 3rd Barco. He is going to challenge him, but Mr. Ruckus, he is here.
There he is, and that's going to be a lead for our team in blue. I have to go back to the failed opportunity before we saw from Faith. Not going to happen this time. Straight shot in for Mr. Ruckus. Very nicely done. 1-0 lead now in our 2v3. The team in 2 in Div 1 even. That's pretty good for them. We'll see if AJ Star and I'm Amir can get a bit more involved. Oh, no, it's another poster. This time, though, the Barcode puts it in.
Yeah, that was actually beautiful. Look at that control. Amir, and then post, no worries. Barcode here to play to the rescue. Nothing else the blue side could have done about it. And so they are going to quickly equalize. The main important component here is Silence Bow needs to gain that first control. Mr. Ruckus to provide the backline in order for LCMRT to get anything done at this second. Fate Falcons, look at them. They're just going to be assessing, and that could have been super dangerous, but Silence Bow is going to be able to control that away.
Yeah, Barcode, good setup around the corner. Wants another touch to get it more centered. AJ, wait, what? Oh, that should have been a goal as well. AJ just froze. I don't know what happened there. Barcode gets credit for the goal.
Yeah, I'm a little bit confused as well. It's just like he knew the ball was coming to him. He was right there, but he didn't control it in. Meanwhile, though, he just full on going in. Barcode says, hang on, you might have the control, but I am the one that will take your credit. Doing a little bit of this and that. Fate Falcons sitting on a 1-goal lead. They have analyzed their opponents really well, and they know how to be putting this one in. Look at that! That is just unbelievable work.
Yeah, Barcode gets another one similar to the last goal of game number 1. Just a nice dribble across, but the reset, it wasn't necessary. No, I actually don't think the flip hit the ball again, but still was nice to see. And then, that's another confidence booster. Hey, we can hit these resets. Add that to their arsenal. 2-goal lead, less than 2 minutes into this game. Oh, a chance to respond, but Silence Bow can't put it in.
Oh, okay, a little bit of a self-bump here and there. It's going to be fine, but Fate Falcons now sitting on 2 goals lead and firm control. They are pretty confident to do this. There is going to be another one for Fate Falcons. Look at Barcode. Look at just him. Gets the ball, controls it in, knows that he's going to be untouched in here, and just puts it in. Like, the forceful entry is great.
Yeah, easy dribble through. This is pretty dire, unfortunately, right now for the LCMRT team. I mean, Faith is just feeling very strong. Barcode in particular, really playing a good game right now. And yeah, it's not even been the numbers game. It's kind of just been Barcode taking this one over, which is the worst possible thing that can happen in the 3v2, because usually your best chance in the 3v2 is that you are the better players, you are the stronger players. But if Barcode is playing like this, I think Barcode might be the best player on the pitch right now.
Yeah, absolutely. He's just taking it in his stride. He says, doesn't matter what's going to be happening. Yeah, the main hero always arrives just on time or late to the scene. In the meantime, there is gonna be a demo here. Mr. Ruckus is gone. The contesting Barcode once again brings it up into the air. He's just farming clips. Look at him trying to get the touches. Maybe nah, he's gonna lose control of it. But at the same time, you know, it's a comfortable position for this Division 1 game. Fate Falcons absolutely leading and running away.
Yeah, they are, and I don't see them slowing down, at least not in game number 2. Game 3, we'll see where we go from there, but right now it is a team in orange running away with this one. Barcode looking to drop in another one. Ruckus down. I'm Amir is there. 5-1 lead.
It's just starting to go from, well, bad to worse, and it's not like LCMRT is doing badly. It's not like they're doing the wrong things. They're doing all the right things. It's just that when you are playing with competitive players in this level, 2v3, you can't really be running away with the show, right? You might be able to shut down 1 or 2 goals, but then right after that, because the skill cap is starting to close up between the teams, especially the top competing teams, that could have been a goal, but yeah, you can see just what that actually does to your team.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. That's a backflip. Probably not intentional. Either way, doesn't look like they're going to get punished for it. It's really tough to be like, yes, you know, here's what you need to do to like approach this next game better. The 3v2, it's always going to be difficult. You kind of need to play off an opponent's mistakes, and they have been there. All right, like I have noticed AJ Star and I'm Amir. They have a couple more whiffs than I would particularly be comfortable with. I'm Amir. This time though, we'll pop it up to themselves, and then yep, there's another one of those whiffs I was talking about. It just. Unfortunately, there hasn't been enough opportunities presented to this blue side, and they're now going into game 3 down by 2.
Oh, it is a goal steal. We'll take a silence word, takes out AJ Star, and then he allows the ball to flow through. Look at that. Ruckus takes it in, and then, yeah, the ball, gets self-tapped in, assisted. Well, we'll take it. We will take it. It's 5-2. I don't think the score is going to change all that much to the point where Fate Falcons is going to be worried for locking down game number 2. Game number 3, I think, you know, in the realms of maybe possible, but a highly remaining doubtful, because I think even though we do have players from Fate Falcons whiffing here and there, so MRT can be getting a little bit of punishment through, it's still not enough to justify the story.
Yeah, I think that's a good way of looking at it. We'll see where we go from here, though. Barcode, we'll just get one last attempt, and
my God,
AJ Star from underneath gets their first goal of the series, and that's back-to-back games. I know this doesn't mean anything, considering the scoreline, but that's back-to-back games Faith has scored on 0 seconds.
You'll take it. You like those. You know, those are the things that makes this game even more exciting, is because the ball keeps in play, doesn't drop, and then we get a goal. It's the bonus. In the meantime, maybe there is I was just having a look. Maybe they're ready, or just go all the way to the timer. And LCMRT says, "Hang on, our third player is finally joining, and we're finally gonna get a fair enough game." But no, we're all ready to play. We don't really have anything else to go with. So in this 2v3, Fate Falcons up 2 games. And with the player advantage really making a stick, farming clips like no tomorrow. I guess if we do get anything else, it would be great.
We'll see. We'll see how it plays out. I mean, I'm nervous. I'm definitely nervous for the LC side, as interesting kickoff strats right there. Doesn't really work out for the blue side. Here comes the attacking pressure, backward setup, and no, not in just yet. In fact, AJ Star winds up missing it.
Yep, it's a little bit of an awkward angle, although even all of that was awkward by both sides. I don't think anyone really had a clean representation of what they wanted to do, but that is just in. There is nothing else MRT can do. Fate Falcons has the angle, collected the boost. There's not enough anywhere else that they could just even making time. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, that's it, and that's the early lead for the Faith side as well, and things kind of continuing right where game 2 left off, unfortunately, for the blue side. It's tough, man. Playing 2v3s are tough. When you queue in ranked and you have a teammate leave as well, sometimes it's difficult.
Oh!
Barcode actually gets speed on defense in the 2v1. See, there you go. Numbers advantage always wins.
Yeah, look at that bounce though. Mr. Rockers recognizing the bounce, and then Silence Bo sees the angle. Not much that Barco could do at this situation. He did try to make an attempt. In the meantime, we'll take an even Stevens right now. 1-0 is going to be pretty good. LCMRT might be just saying, all right, maybe if we can push to game number 4, we will consider ourselves job done for the day. In the meantime, they still have to produce that over and over and over in order to make sure that they put it in. But just like that, here comes Barcode.
Yeah, Barcode retaking that lead. Again, it was just a good pass to themselves off the wall. Had the boost to follow it up just enough as well. I mean, again, didn't need much, but had it still in the tank nonetheless. And now, once again, it's Faith out in front.
Yeah, once again, Faith Falcons up on the lead, playing quite confidently. It's just going to be waiting here. I think the man himself wants to start farming, passing to himself. There's going to be the demo. Mr. Ruckus is gone. He puts it up into the air. Silence Bow for the defense. It was not really on target, but here comes AGON. He is not going to be putting that one away. It's a little bit of an awkward angle here, but yeah, not too much to be said.
Not too much to be said just yet. Still a lot of time left on the clock. We'll see what Mr. Ruckus can bring as they go corner to corner. Tries to follow it up, and will be the Barcode now. Loses on the 50 to Ruckus. Here comes AJ Star. They can't put it in either. Time still slowly whittling away. Corner. Silence Bow. Nope. And again, corner to corner one more time. I mean, it's still within striking distance, but I don't know. Faith, they're not playing with a sense of urgency. I think they're playing with a bit more confidence that, like, yeah, we don't need to rush things, and as long as they're not rushing things, it's going to be tough for the blue side to take advantage of any unforced errors. Case in point, kind of what we saw right there. The errors are on the other side.
Yeah, it's a rough one, and I think AJ Star was hovering. There was opportunities to punish before, and he said, nah, you know what, I'm going to look back and just observe what's going to happen. We want to keep that ball around here, and it's going to be an easy one. And now, Faith Falcons are in a commanding little bit of position. 2 goals and playing this kind of pace where they are observing, playing the touch and go, and then right after, they are going to remain firm to keep the ball nice into the blue corner. LCMRT, feeling the pressure, they are feeling the backburn. You can see just how much of an effort that they have to commit every single time. Meanwhile, is going to drive it back into their own side, and which means that LCMRT might be looking to try to beat them out. It's just I don't like the chances, and just like that, there's going to be control given firmly back. There's going to be the demo into Mr. Ruckus, and after that for the counter, it's going to be on the bumper instead.
Yeah, bonks out, and maybe a chance for a counter. Maybe Ruckus slow plays it, now takes it up. Backboard, pass down, no, not quite. Barcode still plays keep away, and I mean, all right, 2 minutes, 2 goals against a team that's just playing very, very conservative. They need to do something tricky. They need to take a risk. I actually think they have to go for a demo, which is crazy, because if they don't get that demo, it's going to be a goal back the other way, but eventually you're going to have to pull that trigger. That's not in.
Yeah, it's kind of rough, right? When it comes down to it, conservative team, especially playing with skill. It's a rough touch. And Silence Bow here, look at it. The amount of flopping, trying to get the angle, trying to get the final touches, just does not work out. He's going to get a nice defense through. But once again, the pressure is so high when you do have to run back into your side. Mr. Ruckus was no boost. My punish, and it's looking. We do get another goal.
There you go. We're right back into a close game once again. Ruckus just too fast for Faith to catch up, and oh boy, this team of 2. Hey, 2 goals. It's doable, especially if they can take it to overtime.
All they have to do is keep on committing like that. Find the tiniest angles and maybe try to do something. I've seen them do really well. Like Silence Boy and Mr. Ruckus are both really decent players. It's just that right now there's only 2 of them, and as much of a good bounce that was, it gets shut down, and the reverse happens. Look at Barcode. His position. He says, all right, quickly tap. And don't need anything else. Tap it one more time. No defenders for me. 4-2.
4-2, and maybe the dagger as well. I think that could be the goal that possibly ends this one. 2 goals in 1 minute after you only got 2 and 4. I'm sorry, it's nearly 3 goals in 1 minute as the kickoff really goes in favor of the orange side. I don't want to be doom and gloom. In fact, I want to celebrate Faith. They played well in the 3v2. They took their advantage of, the match in front of them, and they're going to be walking away with the win.
Yep, no doubt about it. Faith Falcons, they remain disciplined. They didn't want to do way too much things, although they did concede some goals here and there and mistakes was committed. That's also to give credit to LCMRT for recognizing the position that they were in, and there is going to be the clear way. Danger pretty much all going to be dissipating here. They are going to take out Silence Bow as well, just to ensure that there's not going to be any funny business going through the last few seconds. Credits where it's due. LCMRT did really well 2v3, but it is still a Faith Falcons show.
And the MVP of this game, I have gotten confirmation on their player name, Exa.
Exa
is the barcode. It's I don't know why it didn't come. I see a barcode. I call it barcode. It was Exa. Either way, congratulations to them. Congratulations to the Faith Falcons. They win the 3v2. I really would have liked to see that match if LCMRT had 3. That's my takeaway from that one, man. I think that blue side was strong, but can only do so much.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree. Like they had so much things going right, and most of the things that they did was good. It was cool. Silence Bow, did a lot of good controlling. He had great possession. Mr. Ruckus for the side. They backed each other up, and I think as a team they play really well. Would have been a very different kind of a game of state if that third play did come through for them, and I do feel sorry for them. But in the end, it's still going to be that discipline. Are you here to play? If you're not here to play, your team is going to be suffering that disadvantage. And Faith Falcons came here to play. They showed up and they performed, and I do like that. So, with that being said, though, that does conclude all 3 games that we have for the broadcast today. A massive shout out to everyone for being here and participating. And of course, when we have to shout things out, we have to shout out our sponsors. The first one being AGON by AOC, the #1 gaming monitor brand in the world. AGON by AOC provide best-in-class monitor solutions for gaming and all other needs. And of course, right after that, we have Indomie, the noodle partner made with high-quality flour and selected ingredients and spices. A plate of Indomie migo ray will certainly brighten up your day. Try any one of the flavors available today from your local grocer or at indomie.com.au.
Also, the AEL, in partnership with the Australian government, is promoting our You've Got No Game When You Vape campaign. Do you know the harms and risks of vaping? For more information, head to health.gov.au/vaping. If you'd like help to quit, check out the My Quit Buddy app. It tracks your progress and helps you stay motivated. Or call the Quit line, 137848, and talk to a professional counselor for free and confidential advice about quitting.
Absolutely. It's very, very important that, you do get yourself into it if you are someone who does, get into the vape action. But at the same time, if you are looking for a brand new monitor, look no further than AGON by AOC. And if you're getting hungry like myself, go and have some Indomie noodles right now, because it's absolutely crazy. In the meantime, we are going to be bumping out. If you do like to check us out, make sure to keep checking us out on next Saturday, and of course on the regular Elite Series, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, on CS2, or Marvel Rivals, and of course Rocket League. But of course, also follow our social media at AU Esports League across every platform, and we do have them all broadcasted at the same time. And we will be bumping out. Hope you had a really good afternoon, and we'll catch you next week.